is rhubarb exactly? It's basically tart celery. Who in the world actually eats rhubarb? We are going to today. I love to garden. I love plants, and so I've got a garden outside, and the only thing that grows every single year, always into large stalks, is this rhubarb. And this year, for some reason, it's really grown, especially during the spring. So I harvested a bit of it just to allow more to grow, and I got quite a bit of it. It looks green. It's not a ton of red, but I did read up about it, and green rhubarb is just as good as red rhubarb. So that's what we're making today. We're gonna make some rhubarb crisp, and I can't wait. So first, we need the recipe said about 2 to 3 pounds of rhubarb. I only have like 1.5. So we're gonna make half a recipe with this, and then make a good amount of topping, and then just cheat people out of the fruit, because whatever. Who's gonna complain? It's dessert. So here we are, we've got our rhubarb. I cut it up into about 1/2 inch-ish pieces. They're not perfect. I just cut them up this week and I put them in the fridge. And then to that, we are going to toss white sugar, lemon juice and zest, and in there, and then we're gonna put it in our little silver pan. But first, we should butter up this pan. We should grease it so that we get some rhubarb at least. Here we go. Obviously, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just do your thing. Get it as much everywhere as you possibly can. Okay, perfect. So we're all done with that. That's the first step. Second step is toss the rhubarb with the white sugar. And so it is 1/4 cup white sugar. I am heating up the oven on 375. 1/4 cup white sugar. No, I'm actually gonna do less because we're halving this recipe. But really, rhubarb is very tart, so don't be afraid of the sugar is actually what I'm gonna say. I'm putting an extra, whatever. 1 tablespoon lemon juice and 1 teaspoon orange zest, lemon zest. It says lemon or orange, so do whatever you want. I'm gonna just use my lemon. We're gonna zest. It's a nice lemon to zest. It's actually quite soft. So, heck, I'm gonna add more lemon zest than it says, because why not? Lemon zest is delicious. There we go. I'm gonna zest this whole thing. Okay. There. And then I'm actually just gonna juice like a little bit of it. Okay, I use our little trusty juicer. There you go. Perfect. Okay, so to our sugar and rhubarb, we're just gonna put in this lemon juice. And then we're also just gonna scrape in this lemon zest. Perfect. And these dishes will be future Martina's problem, not mine. Okay, we're just gonna mix this up. Let's toss it. Oh, it smells so good. I love lemon zest, honestly. It's incredible. I'm gonna put I'm gonna put a bit more sugar. I really don't want this to be just like insanely sour. That would really bother me. I like sour candies. I don't like my desserts sour. So yeah, so there you go. It's quite easy so far. We're gonna set this aside for now. Okay, and then what we're gonna do, so they need a food processor for this part, but actually I might have one. Ta-da! Okay, I've had one. This is what we're gonna use. We're gonna make our lives a little bit easier. Okay, this is not technically a food processor, but whatever. We're just gonna get creative here. Okay, perfect. So it says 6 tablespoons of butter, but this is like 4. It's not technically half, but that's okay. No one ever said that more butter was bad. So we're just gonna cut it up. Just to help the food processor along. Perfect. Okay, and then it's 3/4 cups. No, it's not going to be 3/4. We'll just eyeball half of that. And the one thing that's important to remember with brown sugar is you want to make sure that you are pressing it into the cup. So you want to pack this brown sugar into the cup, into the measuring cup. Okay, so there you go, and that's packed. There's 1/4. The really cool thing about these measuring cups is that they actually have like a half measurement within them. So for instances, exactly like this. So once again, I'm just gonna eyeball this and hope for the best. I know, and people say like baking was supposed to be a science, and alright, don't take it too seriously. Okay, then we're gonna put our flour, which is a 1/2 cup of flour. 1/2 cup. It's not flour. I don't want 1/2 cup though. I keep forgetting we're only making half this recipe. Oh my god. Oh lord, I'm gonna put 1/4 cup of flour. It's even better that this video is unedited, so you could just get a nice little glimpse into my brain. And then cinnamon. So that's what I've got. I'm just gonna sprinkle, once again, eyeball. It says 1/2 teaspoon, but that's for the full thing, so that's probably way more than we need. but who doesn't love cinnamon? Okay, then pinch of salt. So I'm gonna pinch of salt. Oops. Wow. Okay. And pulse for 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. Close this guy up. Okay, I'm gonna do it back here and then I'll show you the results. Okay, this looks all nice and mixed up. If you press it together, it makes some good, nice little lumps. I think this looks good for what we need. It's just little balls of dough, basically. That's what crisp is. So perfect. Okay, so it is clumping together. That's perfect. So our oats, and you want to make sure you don't pulse these oats to death because you want to have a nice little look to them. These are rolled oats. I like the way these look better than the other cut ones, especially in crisp. Okay, I'm not gonna put pecans in because you never know if people are allergic. All right, once more. Okay, that looks incredible. This is like perfect crisp topping here. It's got some big chunks, some little ones. It smells incredible. I actually would love to add some vanilla to this, so let's do that. I'm shocked they don't have us adding vanilla because that's the perfect thing for this. So, stump a little. I'm gonna do it one more time. You know, I should have probably added the vanilla to the actual rhubarb, but whatever. All right, okay, whatever. Okay, awesome. That's great. We're going to... That's it. Those are the only two things you need to really do. We're gonna put the rhubarb down. Obviously the rhubarb is going to get less because there's a lot right now. It looks like it's filling up the tray. But it will get less. So it will shrink. Just like your mother taught you, do not waste anything in the bowl because all the good stuff is at the bottom. So scrape all that lemon zest and all that goodness out. Perfect. And then comes the best part, the crisp topping. Just wanna scrape everything off. This is really beautiful crisp, I have to say. Like, this is probably a perfect recipe for this. Okay. There you go. And then you just crumble it on top, and then all we're gonna do now is bake for 45 minutes. Make sure you get everything covered up. Could have probably made the whole thing of crisp topping. Actually, I probably should have, but that's okay. I should have. Definitely made the whole recipe. You know what? Let's do it. Take two. And just like magic, we have another. We have more crisp topping. So there you go. Just gonna finish this guy off. Excellent. So as long as it's all topped off, and then we're gonna put it in the oven. So it takes about 40 to 50 minutes. Usually when they have a range like that, just go with the lower amount, check on it. And then, because everyone's oven is different, obviously. And then we'll check. Okay, so we're gonna put it in the oven now. Okay, it's been 45 minutes and I think our crust is ready. I baked mine for 45 minutes. It looks perfect. The topping is nice and crunchy. And the rhubarb is nice and soft. Look, you can just tear off a little piece like that. Oh, it's tart. But it works so perfectly well with that crisp topping, the nice sugariness. This is incredible. Have it with some ice cream or some whipped cream, but just make it and have it. It was actually really easy. So there you have it. I don't know what we're gonna call this, but maybe something unedited with Martina. That's all.